absolutely love this game, this company. I'm so glad this is out. Now, you guys are going to be watching me fangirl for like the next, like, however long this video is gonna be. But what happens after Happily Ever After? Hell yeah! Okay, I'm sorry. Oh my god. Choose your path. Wait, okay, is the paths locked like before? Can we literally choose anything? Can we choose anything? Yes! Okay, I should calm down. I'm going with the one I love the most. Fritz, you're with me. Oh my god, it's been so. And that is why, on this day, I am stepping down from my honorable position as commander of the Order of Caldir. Why? My boy looks so cute! It has been 2 years since Fitzgerald Aiden Liverton, my personal knight, was promoted to position of commander. Oh. Father bestowed the title and responsibility upon him after seeing how he acted during the crisis of Mother. Fritz possesses the required skill and the ability to lead, even if he did sometimes require my assistance on account of his intentional clumsiness. The new responsibilities pulled Fritz away from me. It has been like this for nearly 2 years, even though the two of us see each other when we can. They say distance makes the heart grow fonder, but in this case, I saw the stupid sprites. Yay! Duran! Damn, you're looking good after all these years. I am relieved when my tutor dismissed me early. Maybe now I'll be able to catch Fritz. I am on my way to the palace gates when I stop, noticing Fritz and Jaren at the end of the corridor. The minute Fritz sees me, his lips pull back into a gentle smile. Princess, I was wondering when you'd appear. Good afternoon, Princess Mika. Good morning. Good afternoon! Before I could react, Fritz wraps an arm around my waist and pulls me closer. The princess has always been my top priority. Don't with that smug, no. I can remember what they called him out on the streets. A wolf wearing a man's skin, a spy, a traitor. But Fritz only smiles. Sure, there were other reasons, but being with the princess has always been the most important. I missed being her personal knight. Jaren eyes him skeptically for a moment, but in the end, she only shakes her head and smiles. I'm glad for you two, then. She just walks away. Okay, I'm worried. I don't want to get a bad ending. That's the thing. I'm saving. Congratulate! Thank you, princess. If this is no, my obligations in order. No, just to you. Ah! He steps forward and, in that brief moment of closeness, leans down to plant a kiss on top of my head. These public displays of affection have always been taboo. The first time Fritz is ever intimate with me when we were alone. He grins at me, almost mischievously. I don't like that. It's not like it's bad, but it's just, her royal defiant highness is blushing. I poked his shoulder. I am not. Fritz only laughs. It is good to see him being less formal, sometimes when he teases me, I cannot help but remember the other side of him. The masked man with that sly smile. Yo, I picked the freaking good option the first time! God damn it! Just as expected, the king is waiting for us. He has already cleared his schedule to make time for this personal audience of Fritz. Yo, you look different! Now, father stands surprising us both. Whoa, you have legs! Your Majesty, I humbly request that I am allowed to publicly court your daughter, Princess Mika! The news seems to take father aback. I stare at him confused. You better say yes, man! Public opinion is not so easily swayed. There is no doubt in my mind that your display of affections will be criticized. Bro! Screw the public! Father tilts his head towards me. You married a witch! You married a witch! And you're like, oh, public opinion. Bruh. He squeezes my hands. Perhaps we could even spend tonight together? Yeah. Nah. I was thinking about a night in town, but your thoughts seem other things. Shut up! He raises an expectant eyebrow. I hate you! Buy him a croissant, buy him some tea. Bro, what are these options? These people are... They turn to look at me. Hello, Princess Mika. What is the meaning of this? You really can't guess, little Miss Princess? The man looks at me with surprisingly calmness. We're taking you hostage? Okay. I don't speak up. Harming me would only anger the king that would ask for ransom from. No, these people will not injure me. And running would be unwise when they know this area better than me. You are aware of how foolish this is, aren't you? I would reckon that is hardly as foolish as your own mistakes, princess. I swallowed back my retort and narrowed my eyes. Even if you are able to demand a ransom from the king, the knights will stop at nothing to track you down. You are putting yourselves in danger. And I meet the woman's gaze with confidence. She doesn't have eyes! The woman presses the flat of the dagger further into my neck. I gasp before I can help it. I would remember who is in charge here. Oh, do tell. I wonder who it is that needs to be careful. The woman and I turn to the same source of the voice. Fritz? Fritz! Fritz walks towards us from the opposite end of the alley. Come any closer and I'll slit the princess's throat. She brings the dagger closer to my neck, but something silver flashes through the air and cuts the motion short. The dagger falls from her hand. Two daggers lay on the ground. One belonging to the woman, and the other one being thrown by Fritz! Yo! I knew... I get that your thing was like yin and yang, but I didn't know this. Hey, what's happening here? The man, who I presume had been scouting the area, has returned. When he catches sight of Fritz, he moves and stands protectively by the woman's side. Both take a step back as Fritz approaches, eyes flashing dangerously. Wow! Looks like it's useless trying to reason with people that have thick skulls. But at least you tried, princess. Thick skulls? It is you humans who have thick skulls. Us witches. She stops abruptly. The realization dawns upon her slowly. There are no witches. Not anymore. I've memorized your faces. No matter how far you run, I will track you down. A personal hunting dog, are we? Hey, those are big words for a knight who does nothing but take orders. Oh. Oh. How did you find me? Practice. I'm a good tracker, princess. Worrying? What were you doing out in town? I hold up a wrinkled bag with a sigh. Fritz's eyes curiously. For a few moments, he looks puzzled. Then he notices the pattern on the bag. Oh. He's blushing! I take that the now cold croissant out of the bag with a grimace and hold it out to him. Ah! A croissant, princess, you shouldn't have. His eyes brighten when he takes a bite. It's delicious. Aww. Aw, the bedroom! After explaining the situation to both Jurin and my father, I am finally allowed to return to my room. The first thing I do is collapse on my bed with a sigh. I have not been laying down for long when a knock sounds on the door. Mika? Come in. I sit up as Fritz enters the room. He is smiling his usual smile, but he does not seem to be trying very hard to hide the tiredness in his eyes. I pat the space on the bed beside me. Are you okay, Fritz? Right. As rain. He is almost definitely not. He slides onto the bed beside me and slowly, almost hesitantly, settles an arm around my waist, pulling me closer. Wait, is it the scene I'm thinking of? I'm just relieved to know that we got to you today before the situation got any worse, princess. Fritz? Hmm? You don't have to call me by my title anymore, you know? He had to as a knight of Caldera, but he's no longer a knight. I'm relieving you of the responsibility. Fritz laughs sheepishly. I close my eyes, a frown unable to stop my thoughts from flooding with familiar faces, all of them now gone. Garland, Delora. Oh yeah, they all died in this room! Yeah, they all died, didn't they? Oh god! He points at his wrists. I turn to watch in awe. As he slides a dagger down his sleeve, he hands it to me. Oh my god, that's a CGI I haven't seen yet! Isn't it forbidden for knights to carry concealed weapons? Townsfolk must always been able to see what knights carry. The rule was implemented a few years ago, soon after the chaos that befell NGL. All those granted the right to carry weapons must always carry them out in the open. It is our way of building trust of the denizens of the kingdom. Much to my surprise, Fritz grins at me. I'm not a knight anymore, am I? The expression fades as he puts his finger to the flat surface of the blade. I cannot help but stare at the blaring design on the hilt. Hold on, how do I? Yeah, oh my god, yeah. It's so pretty. I just remember that the day my mother died, she didn't have this dagger with her. I've had it for a long time, but I never started keeping it on me until his voice fades. The flicker of gloom in his eyes tells me that he's remembered the events from 2 years ago. Though I've tried to block out many of my memories from that time, I cannot forget the dagger Fritz once pointed at his own throat. Yep. It was a dagger he kept hidden up his sleeve. The dagger Varg used to threaten us. Well, I've been at it for a while, but now it's yours. Keep it in case I can't be there. The last thing I want is for you to be in any danger. I looked down at the dagger, contemplating. I would like to learn how to use it. A weapon is useful only when you know how to wield it. Of course. I would be more than happy to teach you when I have some time on my hands. He inhales sharply. I stare in alarm as panic fits across his face. Fritz? It's nothing, Princess. I still have to get my detailed report. But I promise I'll be free tomorrow morning. He walks towards the door, but then pauses to glance back at me. Mika, I love you, and I'm glad I can say that without worrying about anything getting in the way. I love you too, Fritz, with all my heart. The two of us exchange smiles before he walks out the front door. Once I am alone, my eyes return to the beautiful dagger on my lap. I hide it away in one of my drawers before falling back on my bed. It takes me a long time to fall asleep that night. It took me a long time to, whatever. Okay, well,